What do you call a multi-million-dollar Russian bomber that never reaches the runway? A future museum piece if it's lucky. As of June 2025, Russia's Air Force is in freefall. Once proud and powerful, it's now spiraling, not soaring. From the missile-flinging Tu-95S to the highly touted Su-34S, it's been one nosedive after another, some literal, others political, and many ending in flames. If the situation wasn't so tragic, it could be mistaken for a comedy of errors. Meanwhile, Ukraine's air defense forces aren't just holding the skies. They're rewriting the playbook on modern warfare. Russia, they're trying to fly there, way out of a nosedive with one wing, a broken propeller, and a bad GPS signal. Buckle up, you're about to witness a crash course on how Russia's once formidable air fleet turned into the world's most expensive fireworks display. Smoke trails and satellite whales, Operation Spiderweb, a game changer in modern warfare. On June 1, 2025, Operation Spiderweb unfolded like something straight out of a sci-fi thriller. But it wasn't a movie plot, it was a real-life strategic disruption. While Russia was still sipping its morning tea and broadcasting state media, Ukraine launched a perfectly timed, multifaceted drone swarm attack that would send shockwaves through global military strategies. The targets? 4 major Russian air bases, with Engels Air Base being one of the most significant. The result? The devastation of 41 aircraft, including nuclear-capable bombers like the Tu-95 Bear, Tu-22M backfires, Tu-160 Blackjack, and the A-50 AWACS, the crown jewel of Russia's radar and command infrastructure. What makes this strike so extraordinary is that it was carried out not with high-tech, multi-million-dollar missiles, but with DIY drones launched from the back of a van in a sunflower field. This wasn't just a tactical victory, it was a symbolic strike against Russian air dominance. The numbers speak. A grim toll for Russia's 2025 unfolds. The Russian Air Force is reeling from a series of crippling losses that go far beyond the infamous June 1st attack. According to intelligence reports, in just the first half of 2025, Russia has already lost at least 19 fixed-wing military aircraft, 3 Su-25 attack jet zones, Su-30 multi-role Fighter, Su-35 fighter, a prized asset, 1 Su-34. Known as the Flying Tank, 8 Tu-95 Bear bombers, 4 Tu-22M backfires, and 12 military transport aircraft in total. Since the war's onset in 2022, Russia has lost 384 aircraft, an astonishing number that's raising eyebrows across military command centers worldwide. Fact, the Su-35 fighter that was down costs approximately $85 million per unit, while the Tu-95 Bear bombers are considered one of the oldest aircraft still in service with the Russian Air Force, dating back to the 1950s. Despite their age, the Tu-95S are heavily upgraded with modern weapons and still serve as a strategic deterrent for Russia. Bombers and AWACS, the strategic collapse for Russia, losing long-range bombers like the Tu-95, Tu-22M, and Tu-160 isn't just a matter of replacing expensive aircraft, it's a strategic nightmare. These bombers were key to Russia's long-range strike capability and served as a deterrent against enemies. But the loss of these bombers in a single, well-coordinated attack has set back Russia's strategic operations significantly. Interesting fact, the Tu-160 Blackjack, which was also hit during the June 1st attack, is the largest and heaviest supersonic bomber in the world. It can carry up to 40,000 kilograms of payload and has a range of more than 12,000 kilometers without refueling. It's often referred to as the White Swan due to its graceful design and strategic importance. The A-50 AWACS, the airborne radar and command center that kept Russia's air defenses connected, is even more critical. Without it, the Su-35S, Su-30S, and other advanced fighters become almost useless, unable to coordinate attacks and respond to threats with precision. Ukraine's destruction of the A-50 effectively blinded Russia's air defense network. Drones vs. jets, the underdog's rise. What makes this attack so revolutionary is the use of drones, simple, low-cost, but exceptionally effective tools of war. Ukraine's drone swarm was intelligent, GPS-guided, and custom-built for precision strikes. These drones were able to slip through the cracks of Russia's air defense systems like a digital ghost, bypassing S-400 missile systems and Pantsir anti-aircraft defenses. Fact, Commercial drones used in military operations have become incredibly advanced in recent years. The Ukrainian military has modified off-the-shelf drones like the DJI Phantom for military use. In fact, Ukraine has even developed drones capable of carrying explosives and satellite-guided bombs, making them deadly accurate in targeting high-value military assets. In a world where cutting-edge fighter jets and sophisticated radar systems dominate the battlefield, Ukraine's ability to use cheap, effective drones has shifted the balance of power. Drones, once seen as tools of reconnaissance or marginally useful weapons, have now become the key to asymmetric warfare. Russia's struggling military-industrial complex. For Russia, the problem isn't just aircraft losses, it's the inability to replace them. Aircraft like the Tu-95 Bear and Tu-22M backfire are not quickly replaceable, especially when Russia's military-industrial complex is under intense strain. Sanctions have severely limited Russia's access to Western components, and there's no easy workaround. The lack of microchips, electronics, and crucial spare parts has crippled the ability to manufacture these aircraft at scale. In fact, in response to Western sanctions, Russia has ramped up efforts to build an indigenous military-industrial complex. However, 90% of Russia's aerospace technology still relies on Western components, especially high-tech microchips used in avionics and weapons guidance systems. This dependency has become a massive vulnerability as countries like the United States and European Union have restricted the export of these components to Russia. Rumors are already circulating about Russia repurposing old civilian technology to meet the demand for new military aircraft. It's even become a dark joke that engineers are trying to modify microwaves for navigation, clearly an exaggeration, but it highlights the growing desperation within Russia's aerospace sector. Ukraine's air defense triumphs, a new era. While Russia responds with retaliatory missile strikes on Ukrainian cities hitting Kharkiv, Odessa, and Kherson, it's clear that Ukraine's air defense is up to the challenge. In June 2025 alone, Ukrainian forces intercepted an astonishing 4,758 aerial targets, including 2,453 drones, cruise missiles, and ballistic missiles. In fact, Ukraine's air defense technology has been bolstered by NATO countries, particularly the United States and Poland. Ukraine has received cutting-edge Patriot missile systems and national advanced surface-to-air missile systems to help intercept a variety of incoming threats. The Patriot system is considered one of the most effective missile defense systems in the world, with a near 100% interception rate for tactical ballistic missiles. This interception rate is impressive, even by the standards of NATO or the United States, and it shows that Ukraine's defense systems are evolving faster than many anticipated. The message is clear: while Russia may still launch strikes, it is Ukraine that is proving more resilient. Memes as morale. The Ukrainian secret weapon, humor, has proven to be a powerful psychological weapon for Ukraine. As Russia's military struggles, Ukrainians have flooded social media with dark humor and memes celebrating their victories. The term aeroflop has taken off in Kyiv circles as a parody of Russia's failing air power. The VIP drone parking zone sign on an abandoned airstrip mocking Russia's loss of its bombers went viral. In fact, in the age of digital warfare, memes have become an essential part of psychological operations. Ukrainian social media warriors have not only kept spirits high within the country, but also undermined Russia's morale. Researchers believe that humor has an incredible psychological impact on warfare, especially in the digital age, where it can reach millions instantly and weaken an enemy's will to fight. This kind of satirical humor is more than just light-hearted banter. It's a morale booster, keeping Ukrainian spirits high while humiliating Russia on the global stage. The strategic shift drones redefine air power. As 2025 progresses, it's becoming clearer than ever. Air power is no longer just about big jets and missiles. It's about flexibility, intelligence, and adaptability. Drones, once seen as a secondary tool, are now at the forefront of modern warfare. Ukraine, despite not having the strategic bombers or massive fighter jets of a superpower, has shown that brains can outmatch bombs. In the new era of conflict, Ukraine's drone swarms, precision strikes, and air defense strategies are reshaping what we know about warfare. For Russia, It's not just about replacing aircraft, it's about finding a way to adapt to a rapidly changing battlefield. As NATO and global defense contractors scramble to keep up with these new technologies, Russia is left wondering how its air superiority vanished so quickly. Fact: the global drone market is expected to reach $43 billion by 2027. Commercial drone sales for military use have skyrocketed, with many countries now relying on off-the-shelf technology for military purposes. This shift is giving smaller nations a powerful tool to challenge traditional military powers without the need for costly aircraft or missiles. Ukraine is leading this transformation, showing the world how drone technology can reshape modern warfare. The world of warfare is undergoing a radical transformation, and Ukraine is leading the way with innovation, ingenuity, and determination. Russia, for all its might, is discovering just how vulnerable traditional military strategies can be in the face of modern technological advancements. The next chapter in the Russia-Ukraine conflict is still being written, but one thing is certain: the battlefield has forever changed, and that's the story of how Ukraine turned billion-dollar bombers into backyard bonfires. If you found this video breakdown explosive in a good way, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more frontline facts, and ring the bell so you never miss a drone-fueled twist in this wild war saga.